The American Dowser presents Luck of the Irish Mailbox Experience. A few years after arriving in America, I made a very unique friend, the American Dowser. One morning, while on our way to watch a football game at an Orlando English pub, we decided breakfast at Wolfie's first. That's when he told me how he got a brand new $300 mailbox for free. We call them letter boxes back home. His old mailbox had been run over twice, bent back into shape, and rusting away. As he pondered how to replace it without spending a cent, he remembered his days as a county fire brigade volunteer, where he'd seen his fair share of DUI wrecks.
So I thought, then it's likely someone will get hurt or killed by a drunk driver within 10 miles of my home at some point. Why not divert that drunk driver to kill my mailbox instead of killing people?
So he set up a bartering system with the universe. Trade his old mailbox in exchange for saving lives, funded by the drunk driver's insurance. He visualized it. A disoriented drunk driver mistakenly turned onto his dead-end street and soon crushed his old mailbox while attempting a very sloppy three-point turnaround. The police arrived, the driver arrested, and him receiving more than enough to buy a new mailbox.
I wondered if I could first locate where this drunk driver lived, and maybe I could go and talk some sense into him or her. During my meditation, I actually located the future drunk driver, a woman who was living just a few streets away from my own street. Was this me, remote viewing maybe? But something didn't feel right about me physically visiting her, so I meditated on the probable outcome of that scenario.
He visited her home, tried to convince her to stop driving drunk. She called the police. He got arrested. He was glad his meditation showed him this, so he decided better she learn her lesson, the new mailbox way. He meditated, visualized, and daydreamed the whole scenario daily as a perfected event and no one harmed.
After a week of doing that, I deeply felt that I would soon experience it physically. No need to anticipate it anymore. It was going to happen. Less than a week later, one evening around 9 p.m., I heard a vehicle come down my street. It didn't sound like a truck, so I ignored it, until I heard 3 loud crunches. Outside, I saw a full-size truck parked over my old mailbox, now crushed. The driver, a slurring, speaking woman who said she lived 2 streets away. I offered her some water to delay her from leaving the scene, while my friend called the police. She tried to restart the truck, but I swiftly took away her keys.
As he walked off, she screamed incoherently. A police cruiser appeared. The officer, who seemed to know her, asked him 3 times if he wanted to press charges. He declined.
"I just want my new mailbox, sir,"
he said. The confused officer placed her into the paddy wagon, squad car. The insurance rep, who expected his reimbursement to be more than $300, also encouraged him to add $175 for 2 bent tree branches.
I knew my Irish buddy wouldn't believe me, but something told me to explain it all in detail, and everything will be all right. When I asked him what he thought about my whole experience, he replied,
"You're crazy, but in a good way. You mean no harm." At the restaurant, while we were waiting to be seated, he spotted someone of interest eating food. He looked at me and said,
"Come on, I want to introduce you to someone."
It was her. As God is my witness, the woman who had destroyed his old mailbox. I didn't understand at first until we presented ourselves to her. She looked up at us, her mouth full of food. He looked at her and loudly asked her,
"Haven't run over any mailboxes lately, have we?"
She shook her head. No, her mouth still full, saying nothing. Half the restaurant stared. He smiled and said to me,
"Now, let's go eat."
I was astounded to say the least. This had nothing to do with the luck of the Irish, which, by the way, is usually terrible. Well, maybe not so for her. As for me, I'll never drink again, at least not near any letterboxes. But maybe just in moderation.
Share your truth as I did here, because everyone learns in their own way.
Subscribe, like, comment, share. Thanks for watching another real-life experience from the American Dowser.